Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for update sneak peek number 1, Raise the Roof. We're able to get into a lot of really fun and exciting stuff that you guys can come to expect when this update is released to you all. Things such as the balance changes that we're getting, a new loading screen, the Cro Remodel, and a few other things. So hope you guys are all excited. Let's get into the details. Here we go! Alright everybody, so we're going to be getting into the balance changes here shortly, but before we do that, I want to share with you guys how the pins are going to look in live matches. The only reason we're doing this is because I don't know if it's a dev build thing or if you can't use them in friendly battles, but while we're going up against the bots, I don't have the chat bubble in friendly battles, and you'll be seeing like bots using them all the time, so I didn't want to freak you guys out asking questions and stuff like that. But as you can see, we have in the training cave a little chat bubble. When you click on it, you have a bunch of different emotions that you can use in that given time, whatever is suiting, and you must have these pins unlocked. We're in the dev build, so we have all of the pins on this account. Another really cool thing is that you can use it and mess around with the positioning of it in the edit controls feature as well. So let's get into this. Let's do the happy face, because we happy, baby. It's sneak peek number 1. Let's go. So the little emote or pin lasts like 4 to 5-ish seconds, and we have a cooldown, and I believe the cooldown is like 10-ish seconds, which is really good. I feel like that's going to minimize BM to a certain degree with these pins, but really excited to use these in game. Now that's not quite all on the pins and how you can use them in game once the update comes around. As you guys saw in the training cave, we had a grand total of 4 in which we could use in that match, but if you have more pins that you've collected on a particular brawler, you can switch them out. So for example, for Cro here, you can use different rarity pins, swap them out. If a new pin comes around the corner and you want to like collect that one, you want to use that in game to flex it on the people that you're playing with, you can do that. So it kind of gives rise to more collectible things in Brawl Stars other than like skins and things along those lines. So it's really exciting, and you guys getting a glimpse of the new Cro Remodel, which we will be getting into later on in the video. But I think that's enough on how the pins are going to operate. Next, let's get into the list of balance changes, which I think you guys are all going to enjoy. So let's do it. So our very first change on our list to get into, as the bots are spamming emotes, freaking hilarious, is of course Gale. Now, along our way of brawler balancing, while I'm showing you guys this, I'm also allowed to share with you guys the new environment coming in this update, and I'm digging it, guys. I feel like I can get distracted very easily here because these little cars, you can step on them and they explode. How cool is that? We are giants on this map. But before we get too distracted, the very first buff is to Gale. Now, he had a little bit of a rework with his basic attack. The width of his basic attack is now much smaller, and the snowballs are smaller, and he shoots off 6 of them. So in turn, he actually deals quite a bit more damage because of it. So before these bots end our misery, getting into the next change, and that is to Gale's super. So we no longer get any pushback with Gale's super, and adds a lot of mobility to his character. You guys will come to find out it's really smooth. It feels just not as clunky as it was before. You just use it and you keep going to the races. And the last change is to his super as well, and that is a longer pushback. So they get pushed back much farther. And guys, I'm telling you, I feel like Gale is in a really good spot now. He just feels way better. He's got a little bit more damage. He can push people back much easier. No stalling with his super. Things are looking good for Gale, and I think he's going to be pretty dang good in the meta moving forward. But getting into the next change. So the next buff on our list is to Nami. She got a health increase from 2,400 to 2,600 at level 1. Of course, when we're playing up against bots, we're power level 10. But it still translates over. We have a little bit more tank to us playing with Nani, as well as another change. And the final change to Nani is a slight rework to her basic attack. The way it's going to work now is your shots will travel just a bit further than where you're aiming, quite a bit further. Actually, I think this is going to help out in a huge way as well for just better chip damage with Nani, which is exactly what she was lacking in before. So you can use auto aim just a little bit more and get that actual damage to land. So I think that's stellar for her. The next buff on our list is to our man's Mr. Dynamite. He got a gadget buff. So the way it's going to work now is when you activate your gadget, you get a slight speed increase only for the duration that you're spinning like a madman. It's nothing crazy, as you guys just saw, but still, any added mobility for Dynamite to get out of a bad situation is really key. It's a really good buff, if you ask me. So really cool. The next change on our list is actually a nerf to Gene. He got a health nerf from 3,600 to 3,000. 1,400, so a 200 health nerf. So not as tanky anymore. I definitely feel like it was warranted. Jean was pretty dang good in the meta. So moving along. So the next nerf is to Jackie, and I feel like a lot of people are going to be happy about this because she got quite the hefty nerf all across the board. So take a listen to this. She got a health nerf from 5,200 to 5,000. She also got a gadget nerf that only increases her movement speed by 20% as opposed to 30%. And then the final change, and it could be viewed as a buff, but she got another gadget added to her arsenal. But I feel like that decrease with the movement speed from 30 to 20, I think is going to make a big difference. And you know what? I really like having all brawlers having 3 gadgets. I don't think it's a good nerf just to take away a gadget. So maybe we'll see those types of changes here in the near future, but definitely Jackie getting hit hard. So the next nerf is to Sprout, and you may be asking yourself, Ray, why the heck does Sprout have a red bar much like Coiled Snake under his ammo? Well, it has everything to do with his nerf, and that's to his first star power, Overgrowth. So now you have to wait 5 seconds in between your Overgrowth activation. So if I use it now, I don't get that wide radius, but once I get the red bar, I get another wide radius. I think this is going to help out a lot. And then to compensate a little bit for this, if you have your red bar full, you get your Overgrowth shot no matter what. Even if you hit someone dead on with it, you're going to get that large radius. So I don't know, I think I like that change to Sprout. It's definitely going to make him a little bit weaker in the meta. And then the final nerf to Sprout is a nerf to his super. It now takes 5 shots instead of 4 to get your next super reloaded, so another pretty good nerf. And the final change in our brawler balancing is to Mr. P. He actually got a brand new 2nd star power, and it's called Revolving Doors. So I'm guessing just not a lot of people use the 2nd star power, so they had to make another one. But the way it's going to work is your roboporters in between death, it's going to take much less time to spawn in another one. It's only going to take 3 seconds. So I think it's going to be pretty decent. Not a crazy huge change. I honestly think the 1st star power is still going to be better than the second, but I'm not sure. So yeah, guys, a pretty good list of balance changes this time around. It wasn't an incredibly extensive list or anything like that. Weren't that many changes, but I feel like the changes that were on it were ones that were requested by the community quite heavily. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the meta shapes up once these are implemented. But guys, getting into the next topic, and that is of course the Cro remodel. He is looking so much freaking cooler. Guys, Cro was cool enough as is, but now he just looks even better. I love the way he holds his daggers behind him as if he were like a ninja assassin. Cro, it's freaking sweet. And then with his other movements like jumping around, it looks a little bit different. His daggers are a tiny bit different as well, but all around I think he just looks fantastic. But let's get into White Cro skin, the other change to Cro. So guys, getting into the creme de la creme, the White Cro skin, I think is looking fantastic, guys. He has golden daggers that he's holding behind him. Are you kidding me? I feel like there's now a reason to use White Cro, right? We can use this skin without feeling ashamed. He's got a bunch of other stuff, such as some gold studs on his jacket for the accents, as well as an eye patch. It kind of makes him kind of fit into that Bandit Shelly area, almost like a rugged dude, and he's been through a lot. I don't know, but he's looking good, man. I really enjoy this skin. It's so good. And to wrap things up here, for all you fans of the star power and gadget glitches, I think we need to end on this note today, outlining the new Cro remodel, the White Cro skin. I love this skin so much, but we gotta do snappy sniping on Cro here. Are you kidding me? There's nothing more satisfying. Are you kidding me? Look at this. The daggers are so much different. He's just looking fantastic, guys. And honestly, this has got to be one of my favorite snappy sniping ones, as I was saying in one of our most recent videos. So here we go. Are we just going to bully this Spike the whole time? Maybe we just let him go so we can see. Stupid bots. Okay, let's see. Just do your thing. The bots are dying too fast. Let's get geared up here so we can see absolute satisfaction. Jumping in. In we go. Pa, 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 pa. Oh my goodness. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Oh, it's so good, dude. Amazing. Amazing. Such a good remodel. But yeah, guys, that's about it for update sneak peek number 1. Sharing with you all the balance changes, what to expect, as well as a few other fun and exciting stuff, such as the new environment, the Cro remodel, the pins and how they work in game and how you select them, and things along those lines. So hope you guys are all psyched up. Like I said before, this is only update sneak peek number 1. I'm sure there's definitely going to be more to come, so make sure to stay tuned. I cannot wait to get into all that fun stuff. Guys, Surge is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for the gameplay on that end. end. But yeah, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed the video today. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really, really appreciate that. And yeah, with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars. Have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.